Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Alyssa with the Goodell Life and I'm here today with a DIY on how to do your nails at home yourself so that you get that salon look without paying the salon dollars. I have been doing this on and off for several years. Sometimes I do it for months, if not years at a time. And I've gone years between sets where I just haven't done them and I've worn my nails naturally. For me personally, I am a nail biter. It's a very bad habit that I've worked really hard on trying to stop, and I found really recently in the last few months when I started putting these nails on again, it really did help me to start to break that habit, and my nails have been able to start growing again naturally. So as you'll see kind of in different spots here, I do have very tiny nubbins, as we call them, where my nails have kind of started growing back but have cracked and broken back down and different things. So these new nails do help me protect them, and I'm going to keep going on with them until my nails become strong enough on their own, because right now they're very, very thin and they crack super easy if I don't have the nails on them. So what I buy to start with is I do get these packs. I get them really just from the grocery store or the drugstore, like Shoppers. Superstore has them lots too. I think they're at Save On, but I don't really know. London Drugs for sure, and you can get them by Nailing, or this one's by Kiss. I do like the Kiss ones better because I find them thicker on the edges. And that's really nice because at work I do a lot of typing, a lot of writing, and with that I can wear them down really fast, or they bend and they crack. And the Nailing ones, they do tend to do that a little bit easier. Really, either one's fine. I do find that you get more in a pack with the Nailing ones, which is really nice. But I was really happy to find the Kiss ones again because I've been wanting to use those again for a while after I bought a nailing pack and had quite a few crack on me. And so what I do to start with the nails is I go through and I match them up for which nail fits which one's on my hand, obviously. Sometimes when you're starting out with growing your nails out, or if you haven't done this before, you'll find that the nails that come in the kit might be too wide for your real nail beds, and so you'll have to alter them and file them down a little bit on the sides. For me, a lot of them were really square to begin with, or really pointy, and my nail beds are kind of a weird shape, so I had to alter a lot of them in the past. Really, this is one of my first sets where I haven't had to alter it a whole ton, and I've just put them on straight, which is another reason why I like the Kiss ones over the Nailing ones. I found the Nailing ones really long and a little bit of a weirder shape for my nails personally on the bottom, but it's really just up to each individual person of which one works best for you. After I've picked out all the nails that I'll be using, I line them up in the order that I'll be applying them on. So I start in the middle with the two thumbs and work my way out to the pinkies on the start and end of the line of the nails. You can kind of see them, but it's hard to tell on the little marble finish on the table. And then I go through and I work on my cuticles. Now this is a really important step that you want to take your time on, because if your cuticles have a lot of extra skin around them, you won't get a good seal with the nails, and they're more likely to lift before you want them to. If you're only doing this for like a day or two or a special event, it's not such a big deal, but for me, I do want them to last at least the 2 weeks, or as long as I can get out of them, because it is quite a time-consuming process for me. And so I do spend quite a bit of time doing my nails, going through the cuticles and really filing them down there. Now this is going to sound really weird, but where your cuticle and your skin on your finger meets, there's like a little bit of a seal there. For me, I don't know what these tools are called that I use, the ones with the pointy things, I guess cuticle cutters, but cuticle, I guess like sliders, I don't really know. I kind of very gently pull those underneath where the skin is and break that seal so that the nail is really able to sit in there nicely, and you get a way better seal, and it does look a lot more natural, so you don't have a sharp ridge. Not until about a week and a half later, at least, when they start to grow out, but you get at least that much time with them before it starts looking like they're fake, and during that first week it's quite seamless. After I've gone through and I've made sure all the cuticles are good, I take a nail file, just the finer side of really any nail file you have laying around. As you see, I have quite a few depending on the shape and which part of the nail I'm doing, and really just on my mood of which one feels best in my hands at the moment. And I lightly buff on top of my nails to kind of scratch them. Now, you're not going to go super deep where you're trying to actually thin out your nail like in the salon when you're getting acrylics done, but you are trying to get them not so smooth on the top so that the glue can actually stick and adhere to it better. Is adhere a word? Stick? I don't really know what word I'm trying to say, but I am assuming that you do. Adhesive, it's a weird word. And so I never promised I was good at words, so don't judge me on that one. But now that I have that hand done, I'm going to start applying them individually. I am going to be using the Kiss maximum speed nail glue that came with the kit. I've used many other glues before. I do find the Kiss ones to be nicer than the nailing ones, but what is nice with the nailing glue is that you can get it in the brush form, and it applies just like nail polish with a little brush, and it's really handy. With this Kiss one, what's a bit weird about it is that when you first start pushing it down onto your nail or trying to squeeze the bottle, nothing really comes out. I think there might be a little roller in there, and I just put it on my nail and I roll it around until the glue comes out. And I do a pretty hefty amount of glue on there. I'd rather put too much than too little. As you can see, as I get farther through my nails, because of the curve of my nail bed compared to the fake nails, it doesn't often adhere. There I go, saying that again. Adhere? I really need to Google this word. To the middle part of my nail bed, but that's okay as long as you get a good seal on the edges. You're going to be okay. We can deal with that later if you get a little bit of an air bubble in there, and you'll see me doing that later on, where I just put a little bit of glue kind of on the edge of my nail where I can see that it hasn't fully formed, and the glue just naturally goes into where that air bubble is, and you can wipe away the excess, which is great. So as you may have noticed, the video did speed up a bit, and that's because in real life time, this is extremely boring to watch, and it's very repetitive. But in real life, when I'm doing it, I would say it takes about half an hour, 30, 40 minutes for me to do the adhering of the nails. Oh, adhere. That's the word I was trying to say earlier. Oh my God. And so that includes about both hands, but it's the filing and the shaping of the nails that really takes the longest. I would say that takes probably about a good hour for me to do, because I do like my nails quite a bit shorter than how they come in the kit. This kit said that they were athletic short or athletic square, but they were definitely way too long for me to be able to function in my life. If you can function with really long nails, all the power to you, but I am so clumsy to begin with. I cannot imagine having these any longer. They're already kind of on the long side for me. And to file them down, it's really easy. You can use any nail file you have laying around. I haven't used the glass ones before on this, I should say that, and the metal ones don't really work that well. But using any other nail file that you have at home, just the normal ones, they work just fine. I start with filing kind of down the sides to get the general shape, and then I file down the tops to get them to the length I'd prefer. But you can file them any way you want. Just keep in mind that as you're doing it, on the back side of the nail, you'll get kind of this buildup of the plastic. And to get that off, you can use a more blunt nail tool, like one of the cuticle ones I was using earlier to get that off. or you can use another one of your fingers and prop that up and use the nail file and file it off. And I find you get a bit of a softer edge that way. If you use the cuticle remover, it can get a bit sharp, or you have the risk of cutting part of the nail off, and then you have to really refile and reshape it. If you, during the gluing stage, if you glue any of them on kind of crooked, not a big deal. You can fix all of that during the shaping stage, which is perfect. I never ever get all 10 nails done perfectly, so the shaping stage is where I can really correct any of the gluing errors I made, which is really nice. Now you can paint them right away, but I was super tired, so I went to bed, and I came back the next day and I painted them. I prefer the Essie nail polishes when I'm painting over these plastic ones because I find that they dry the best. OPI does a really good job too, but I find Essie just easier to find because it's really just in the grocery store as I'm getting my food for the week, and I can pick up a new color every couple of weeks, and they're fairly inexpensive. I found the Revlon ones take a really long time to dry. So Essie, if you ever want to sponsor me, I mean, shout out at me. I have no problems against that. I love your stuff. This color specifically is called Penny Talk. It's really nice color in that some lights it looks kind of like this metallic copper color, but in other lights it does get kind of a lilac hue to it, which is really interesting. I personally really like it. I get a lot of compliments on it at work all the time. And what you'll find when you're painting these fake nails is that they dry ridiculously fast. So I'll do one hand, do my other hand, and by the time I'm done that second hand, I can come back and do my second coat on my first hand without any problem. When you see that I'm waiting on my second hand to dry a little bit, that's because I can do my left hand quite a bit faster because I'm right-handed. Whereas obviously doing my right hand takes me a little bit longer, and I do tend to make a bit more of a mess with it, but the nail polish comes off in the shower the next day super easy. Or if you're impatient, you can use nail polish remover on a Q-tip. Just be really careful that you don't get it onto the plastic nail because that can take away the finish of the nail, and trying to repaint over that is such a pain, and you'll never get that even finish on the nails again. Oh, and I should have added the things that you need at the beginning of the video, but I totally forgot. I keep a couple pieces of paper towel with me so that I can wipe up any spills or take off any of the dust from my nails as I'm filing them. Nail polish, obviously, nails, obviously, and nail glue. And then nail files, and I like the weird little cuticle stabby things that you saw me use. I genuinely have no idea what the name is for them, but they're not the cuticle scissors, maybe just cuticle removers. It looks kind of like a little fork thing on one side, and the other side has a stabby part for you to push down your cuticles, but I just really use the fork part that can slice through the little skin, as creepy as that sounds now that I hear it out loud. And once your nails dry, you have a salon style manicure done in the comfort of your own home. If you like videos like this and you want to see more, just hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe even if you're new. I put out a new video every week. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.